Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Video Games Are Hard, episode 24?
It is morning.
24.
It is 24.
I woke
It
up.
is also 24.
Yes. Rudhira, the guest, knows better than I do. I woke up 10 minutes ago, but I'm ready to get into this. Sup, everyone?
Hi. I'm
Hey.
Sid. I wasn't introduced. I'm here. Hi. I'm on the
I
podcast
guess
too.
Sid might be kind of important too. He's kind of a co-host.
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of.
A little bit.
We own a podcast together. We do it every week. Hi, it's Video Games Are Hard, episode 24.
Indeed.
Didn't Trey just say that?
Well, I'm just saying it again. I want to say it again.
No. Can I also say it? Hey, I'm a guest on the podcast. Video Games Are Hard. It's episode 24.
Good. Hey,
See, the
you know
more
what?
we repeat it, the more we make sure they know what's up.
Dude, it'd be so funny if we got the number wrong. It's episode 23. It's episode 24.
I mean, there was one time I was super confident in what it was, and turns out I was wrong.
Did you end up editing the number? I don't even remember.
I edited in a voiceover later, like, well, turns out we never get things right because it's actually 13 or whatever it was. So,
but welcome,
funny.
welcome to the podcast, Rudhira.
Thank you. Can we introduce me now?
Yeah, we can introduce you. I can try to introduce you, or you can go into it. What would you like to do? You have a choice.
I'll go.
You'll go.
I mean, it is me we're talking about, so.
Yeah, you're the pro.
Yeah.
there we go.
I'm Rudhira. I play The Sims 2 mostly. I'm here because I also got into Sunshine at some point.
Yeah,
That's me. That's the introduction.
perfect. That's a perfect introduction. So we all met. So when we were talking to Modest Tomato the other week, we were mentioning all of these people that came into the bingo community and the Super Mario Sunshine community. As you know, Trey and I run Super Mario Sunshine, and now Rudhira also does, to some extent, for sure. And so we were talking to Modest Tomato about this influx of new members, like the Modest Tomatoes, the Actually Peaches, and the Rudhiras.
We say new, but
Those
it's
are
been
the
like a year
groups
now.
of people. You're either a Peaches, a Tomato, or a Rudhira.
Yeah, those are the three. That's what is it? The Fire Emblem, the triangle.
Oh, the three houses.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, it's the rock, paper, scissors. It's the Peaches destroys Rudhira,
Oh,
Rudhira
no,
destroys Tomatoes, and
You mean
Tomato
the-
destroys Peaches.
The weapon triangle.
Yeah, the weapon triangle.
That's not even in three houses, fun fact.
Oh, it's not? I didn't know
Nope,
that.
they removed that for that game. Well, every Fire Emblem game is different. Some of them have it, some of them don't. They're trying to mix it up.
But yeah, you came into the commentary fold with Trey and I. So how did that come to be? Like, you're a Sims 2. Like, you can go into Sims 2. You can go into Sunshine commentary. We can start anywhere you'd like.
I guess we can talk about Sunshine specifically.
Sure.
First.
Cool.
And I've mentioned this to some people a few times, but I think the story of like how I got into Sunshine is pretty funny. I was thinking that sentence through as I was saying it, so I don't know if I remembered speaking English or not. But yeah, so I got into Sunshine through watching a Canadian nail YouTuber.
Perfect.
A Canadian what YouTuber?
Nail, like painting her nails and stuff. She was doing nail art.
I was trying to
She
figure
was
out what-
hammering nails. And
Yeah, I'm such a man. I pictured like hammering a nail. I was like, oh. Or like, here's my nail review. This one, it's 50 millimeters
You
long.
hammer
It's
it,
pretty
it
good.
goes into wood. Yeah.
I rate it
Great nail.
wood out of wood. This is a great nail.
Yeah, no, like nail art. And then
great
she
wood,
and her
wood.
boyfriend.
Sorry.
Thank you.
we all just woke up, everybody. We all just woke up.
I'm just making wood puns right now.
Let's.
Yeah, you think of some wood puns and I'll talk about nails. Yeah, so at the start of last year, her and her boyfriend made a podcast.
Mhm.
Oh, this is, it's all coming full circle
Whoa.
Hey, you're on a podcast now.
now. And turns out they had an episode like about her boyfriend, and he used to play the Donkey Kong arcade game. And in that episode, he briefly mentioned Billy Mitchell.
Mhm.
Oh, so he does like actual high score runs.
Yeah, I think he was like top 8 in the world at one point, but he then like that was like 20 years ago. I don't know.
The boyfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's hella impressive. That's like a 1 million score or what?
I don't know. It was like I just watched her for the nails, and then her boyfriend had to be there. You know.
She invaded her nail tutorial and started talking about Donkey Kong for some godforsaken reason.
There was actually a period I was actually pretty into Donkey Kong for a very brief period. I saw the King of Kong documentary, which it turns out is kind of a con because Billy Mitchell's a huge fraud. That aside. I somewhat knew the high score scene many years ago, but nowadays I have no idea. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, no, it's all like related to Billy Mitchell, like the next step of this process, because I love drama. I love just listening to people explain drama.
Oh, then you would love the Sunshine community.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Actually, no, that being said, Sunshine, I would say we're relatively drama-free compared to some communities.
It's funny that you say that.
I only have the Sims 2 community to compare to, so I think Sunshine has a lot of drama.
Well, compared to, I mean, have you seen the Sonic fandom? Whew.
No,
my God.
I have not.
God, they're always
I believe you.
They're always raging about Big the Cat and fishing. Oh, God, the drama.
Or if you don't steal my OC. But yeah, go ahead.
Billy Mitchell.
Yeah, Billy Mitchell. So I would go on YouTube and like just like watch videos about Billy Mitchell, Todd Rogers, like videos like that. And then after a while of doing that, I started getting like in my recommended tab, or what is it? A tab? Recommendations?
I guess a feed.
Yeah.
A tab. I'll choose tab.
My recommended tab. I would get these like summoning salt and bismuth videos on video game like history, I guess, world record history. Yeah, you see where this is going.
Those are two good YouTubers.
Yeah. I'm just name dropping everyone, by the way. Oh yeah, speaking of name dropping people, this average Trey, he made these Sunshine world record history videos that also appeared in my recommended.
Quota.
And
thank you for making the quota for me. This is the first time.
The guest, we've paid the guest every week going forward. We're gonna have the guest bring it up naturally instead of Trey having to mention it himself.
Yeah, we're paying him to bring it up naturally. That's the most natural way to bring stuff up.
Exactly.
The most natural way. So nail YouTubers.
Yeah, and your first thought was, man, I wish Summoning Salt made this. This guy is pretty.
When's the world record history of nail YouTubers? And then you. Yeah.
But yeah, and since my first console as a child was a GameCube, and I did have Sunshine for that, so I was like, hey, wait, Super Mario Sunshine, I used to play this. I also found an old memory card, and turns out I never got further than like unlocking Gelato Beach.
Oh,
well, hey, actually, fun story. That's further than I've seen some people get, because I remember one time, I forget what it was. I think it was one of my parents' coworkers was having some dinner thing or something. I was there for some reason, really young.
Dinner?
You were there for some reason.
I was like 9 years old probably. This was a long time ago. And I was over there. They had a GameCube as well. And I actually just turned on Sunshine. They only got to Bianco 3. It's like, and I remember distinctly oh my God, this just unlocked a memory. Thank you, Rude. Distinctly, I said, without realizing anyone was in earshot, man, these guys suck. They only got to Bianco 3. And then I think, like, maybe the daughter of the dad of that place was like, well, it's kind of a hard game. I felt like so bad insulting her for only getting to Bianco 3.
You're just this 9-year-old kid sitting in front of the TV being like, bro, you guys suck.
But it turns out I deserve to say that given my status now. So
yeah. He turned into the world record holder. Wow, that's crazy. They feel like pride. It's just like, oh, I had the world record holder talk shit about my gameplay.
Yeah, I'm sure she remembers that now.
I think maybe she cries herself to sleep over it. Like, oh no, I only got to Bianco 3 and someone saw it. Or something.
Oh no, he's good at the game.
I think my friends and we would just go to Beach Slide and like just play Beach Slide over and over. Like I'd have friends over, we just played Beach Slide.
That's so sick.
Beach Slide's fun because everyone finds it, they just fuck around with it.
Yeah.
I never had like any casual experiences with Sunshine whatsoever. Or not casual experiences. Like I played the game casually, obviously, but I never like had friends over and just like hang out and play any specific level. No, we just kind of played.
Yeah, my friends would definitely do that. We had a good time. I remember beating Eel for my friend.
Oh yeah,
he couldn't get past Eel, so I was like, you know what, I can do it.
I had to figure out the wasteland in Ocarina of Time for a friend of mine. Or I had to do it for him because he was just like, I can't do it. I'm just like, and he knew I beat the game, and he was just like, you do it for me. And I'm like, cool, I'll do that. But yeah, so you unlock Gelato.
Yeah, something. There was one save where I had like 5 shines in Bianco, and another save where I had like 3 shines in Bianco and like some other stuff, and unlocked Rico and Gelato. And
they were both your files?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't beat the game for the first time until I did my like first any percent run like last month or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that end up going?
I got a 230 something, I think.
Cool.
Oh wow! Did you like
went
practice?
fine.
Did you practice before that?
I've been practicing 120, and I've been practicing bingo stuff. Turns out any percent is just that, but less. So.
Nice.
Hey, that's better than my first time. My first time was like, what, 2 hours, 45 minutes? Something like that?
Oh, barely beat you.
Yeah, I think that like sub 3 is not realistic unless you practice beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
IMO. Has anyone ever gotten a sub 3 hour first run, no practice whatsoever?
I think me.
You have?
Yeah, I didn't practice, and I just kind of did it.
Wow, I guess you just know the game really well.
Hey,
Damn.
hey! You know what you've said before? I get the fundamentals down, and then I struggle whenever anything gets good.
That's surprising. I feel like it's easy to just like get stuck or not know where to go in that game.
In Sunshine?
Yeah.
Ray the feet.
Maybe I was just the dumb kid, but I definitely got stuck a few times.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I definitely got stuck. I only got like a grand total of 10 different shines.
There you go.
So,
fair.
Yeah.
So you got the 10. You got the 10 different shines. You're sitting there with your GameCube disc. Where's the next step of the story? We were Billy Mitchell, and then we were at.
Oh, we went
Sunshine.
back to my childhood, and then we are going back to Billy Mitchell.
We can make it even more confusing. We can ask what your first gaming memory is and just muddle it all up.
No. You were like, man, I really want to be cool like this Billy Mitchell guy. I want to be the Billy Mitchell of Sunshine. And then
I feel like you're going down on a different path. I had just got into how I watched Trey's videos.
Oh yeah.
Like, I got that far into the story.
All right, perfect. We can continue that story.
This is my favorite part.
I love
let's talk more about Trey's videos.
How did they change your life?
Videos.
How did they change your life?
Well, okay, so something you have to know for context. I think maybe I have a really heavy accent or whatever, but I'm Swedish.
Ooh, I didn't know that. No, I'm kidding.
Nice joke, thank you.
This is where my jokes have reached. Me saying something clearly false and saying I'm kidding.
I'm kidding.
That's my level of jokes now.
I'm pulling your leg.
But yeah, so like the names that like really stood out to me from your video was Stelsig and Samurai Man, because turns out Sweden is pretty much sandwiched between Denmark and Finland. So I was like, wow, that's almost where I live. And then I was kind of sad that you didn't mention anyone from Sweden. But
the geography
makes
checks
sense
out.
you didn't.
We needed to mention Okio.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, it is kind of weird. There's always been a shortage of like high-level Swedish players of Sunshine.
Yeah.
That's just always been the case for some reason. It's just a coincidence.
I didn't even know that Okio was Swedish until recently. And then I saw he was on the board. Because Okio, like, if anybody doesn't know, he's just like vintage Sunshine. Like back when Ice Windowsill ran the game in 2011.
Yep. He's one of the OGs. He was a big bingoer.
Yeah, and he actually came to my stream during one of my Swedish learning streams because he's Swedish, and he was like, I feel like every Swedish person is just coming out of the woodwork during the Duolingo stream. It's just like, oh, like not Wilco isn't Swedish, but he showed up and was just like, oh, you're learning Swedish. I'm like, dope. I haven't seen you around here around these parts in a while. Like 64, man.
Wilco
He's
is
like Swedish adjacent.
Yeah.
He is a language learner himself of Japanese. So,
but yeah, Okio. I don't know why I wanted to bring up Okio, but Okio, sup? How's it going,
Because
man?
we were talking about Swedish runners.
Hey, Swedish runners, Okio, you're one of them.
Or we were talking about the lack of them, but
hey, we got one.
There was Deadly Hippopotamus was Swedish, I believe.
I don't know that
never
name.
heard that.
I remember Deadly Hippopotamus was the very bottom of the leaderboard back in the day.
Did you make that name up?
Nope. How do you not remember Deadly Hippopotamus? Come on. He was literally, back when there were like 100 names on leaderboards, he had like a 3.5 hour time. And it was hype.
Yeah.
And
it was hype.
He was a big viewer in Stelzig's stream. I would talk to him sometimes. So.
Oh, okay. Cool
guy.
Okay, not enough Swedish runners.
Yeah, but no, I checked Stelzig and Samu out after that, and Stelzig was like inactive, whatever, but...
Oh, yeah. For years.
Samu was actually streaming Sunshine, I think, like when I went to look him up.
Ooh.
So I started watching Samu a bit, and then after like one Sunshine stream, he was like, oh yeah, raid to Sunshine community because I'm gonna be playing bingo, and I was like, what is this? The first match I watched was an invasion match, and I had no idea what was going on.
That's terrible.
That's a little bit confusing. That's even confusing for me right now.
But yeah, that was at the end of Bingo League Season 1, was it? Yeah, it was Season 1. I
think Samu did really well that league, I believe.
Yeah, I think he placed second. I think he played like against Ramato in the finals.
That sounds right.
So, yeah.
You know what? I believe it.
Why is Finland hoarding all the good Sunshine runners?
Hoarding all the good bingo players.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, good bingo players, good Sunshine runners.
Oh yeah, Samu's kind of a legend. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
And Ramato recently improved his PB, no longer tied with me. So.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he got a 1:14.52.
Oh.
The funny thing about Ramada's new time is that Samu had a 1:14.53 for the longest time, which was EU record. So yeah, Ramada just like took that back as well by 1 second.
By 1 second.
I'm telling you, 2022 year of Europe, it's finally happening.
Oh no!
One of these years has to be the year of Europe.
That's been a meme ever since 2016. It's always the year of Europe in hopes that it actually is, and then maybe it finally will be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I feel it.
What a meme.
We'll see.
As a European, I feel it. But yeah, I kind of just got into bingo after that. I had a lot of free time at like the time that season 2 started. So I would just commentate like everything.
Yeah.
Or like there were so many matches. So like some matches just didn't have people signed up to commentate, and I was like, I guess I'll talk about this game I know nothing about to these people I don't know. Then that's kind of how I just got into Sunshine.
Yeah,
cool.
And like I remember because Trey and I are in the commentary like part. Like we're not part of any of the leagues. I think we were in season 2, but that's kind of it. I remember seeing you react Brogor to like most everything, and I'm just like, who is this? But yeah, and okay. So that's how you got into Sunshine. That's how you got into commentary.
Yeah.
I remember we met in a Codenames game.
Yes.
Yeah. So Trey and I.
Codenames is fun.
Yeah. So Rasmus, my mod for a couple years, another Swedish Sunshine player, he was putting together. He was like, he was very passionate about putting together a Codenames game, and he was just like, "We're putting this together." And I'm like, "Sure, dope. We're gonna play Codenames." And he's just like, "Okay, yeah." And it's on this day. It's gonna be in a month, and it's just like planning so far ahead. And I'm just like, "Okay, yeah, all right, dope." And the day finally came, and we all got into a group. Trey was with us. It was me, Trey, Rue, a couple other players, Rasmus,
Yep.
Sapphire Blue World, who I've known for years and years and years. Never actually had a conversation with her until that day.
She's been a mod in your chat for years now, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's
Long-time viewer.
Yeah, long-time viewer. And we ended up just playing Codenames, having a gay old time, and that's how we initially met. And then where did the story go there? Then we did commentary together, and then we, I don't know, exist within the Sunshine sphere.
Woo!
Yeah, love existing.
Love existing. But like we can go. So that's your input. You never started playing Sunshine until the what was it? The bingo like channel point reward.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, for reference, Sunshine community has a channel point reward where you can spend like 250k points to schedule a showcase match.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Peaches, who was mentioned before, used his points to schedule a match between me and Funky Kong 245.
Yeah.
That sounds
who
hype.
also commentated occasionally. And we were both like kind of clueless. I think he had played the game a bit more than I had. But yeah, Peaches wanted us to play bingo against each other, and so I had a few very stressful weeks of just learning the game.
Sure.
And it's not just learning the game. I was my first time playing Sunshine, I was practicing Pianta early and blue coin routes in Bianco.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I think the final match ended up being 2 hours or something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, better than
were
Flo
you guys
and Pika.
on pretty even footing?
I think I had more just knowledge, but Funky was definitely better at the game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Serena Whenevers.
Neither of us knew them. I had done them, but turns out someone has a really bad tutorial for Whenevers on YouTube.
Hey Trey, we gotta work on the Serena Whenever tutorial together. You gotta put buttons on the screen. You press the B button. All right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Sid has a Serena Whenever tutorial, and it's really funny because when you can just look at what he does, and it's pretty obvious. You just turn to the side, throw it at the right time, and then you go in.
Yeah.
And then someone left a comment saying, "This tutorial is bad. It needs to have input display. I don't know what's going on." And I'm sitting there all right, it's pretty obvious what's happening, okay?
Yeah, I remember making a tweet about that comment because I responded to it, press the B button.
Yeah, it's literally right and then B. Okay,
that's it.
There you go.
You pass the seam in the roof, you press the B button.
I'm telling you, back in my day, we didn't have any kind of input display. We had use your gut feeling. So we've come a long way.
Ginger knows about that. Ginger knows about the gut feeling.
Just you gotta get a feel for it. There you go.
And he's so frustrated with the gut feeling. He doesn't want the gut feeling.
You gotta respect the gut feeling gets you a long way in SMS.
So who ended up winning? It was so you versus
it was
Funky. Funky ended up winning.
Yeah, it was 13-9.
GG to Funky.
See, the fact that it was still a 2.5 hour match or a 2 hour match or whatever.
Thanks.
Sorry. It makes me think of Floa versus Pika that we commentated together. And sure, they didn't have very much experience at all, and they knew it from restreaming the game, and we just kind of hung out and watched them.
Yeah, they didn't even really have the commentary. They just restreamed it.
Yeah.
Floa had commentated 2 Sunshine Bingo matches.
And somebody put that together with the channel point reward, right? And then and we were asked to commentate it, and I was like, I'm always down to commentate Casual Sunshine. And not that this was Casual Sunshine, but this was Casual Sunshine. And they're just okay, what goals do we need to get? It's okay, I know where these ones are. That's literally it. And we hung out for 3 hours for what ended up being 3 matches in a row we didn't do the third match, but we ended up commentating just 3 hours of them ending up what was the goal count? 5-5. It was literally tied after the first match.
Yeah.
And but that was a full 3 hours. We were sitting there going this is gonna last forever, and they were just oh, there's a 3 hour cap, and I'm oh, thank God. And it ended up being 5-5 after 3 hours.
Honestly, thinking about it now, I kind of wish I could experience what playing SMS Bingo was like, having not speedrun the game before.
No, you don't.
Because it seems, it's like bingoing any other game that if I were to just do a bingo of Ocarina of Time right now, I mean, maybe it'd be too hard because you gotta like know some glitches and stuff, right?
That does not sound fun.
Well, certainly, don't they have modes? Maybe. Well, I know like Minecraft bingo, they have like a noob mode where it's just fun to go into like figuring out a bingo from a casual perspective.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know with Ocarina of Time, I think I'd be like just way too frustrated.
I know exactly what you mean.
Because
actually,
in Sunshine Bingo, like Sunshine Bingo, at least back in the day, because nowadays you got to actually have like knowledge of routing and stuff. You could simply, as long as you were good at the game, you could pretty much usually do pretty well. But it pretty much just came down to how well you can do whatever you're doing. Mm-hmm. But casually, it's more about figuring out how to do stuff versus, I got to execute this stuff properly.
Yeah.
So it's a whole different dynamic in that way.
Optimization does not matter in a casual playthrough.
Yeah, it's more just, figuring out how to do it, and then boom.
That's where Dark Souls, like, just kind of melds itself. It's like a casual and like a speedrun at the same time, where it's just like you have to optimize a boss fight.
Yeah, it's like you have to get good or you will die.
Yeah. Is there where else can we go with that? We were talking about bingo.
Now you're talking about Dark Souls, and I have nothing to say.
You have nothing to say about Dark Souls? You've never played Dark Souls?
I would recommend. I played the trilogy now, so I can say I recommend it.
Hey, on the stream the other day, you were talking about just playing every game. So, hey, Dark Souls.
I guess I was.
Dark Souls, good place to start.
You have a goal to play every game ever made?
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently now.
I better get started now. They keep coming out.
Okay, game 1, Dark Souls. Game 2.
I guess just playing every game isn't that hard. I've never stated I would beat every game, right? Oh,
true.
I just said I would play every game.
You just get to the first bonfire and then you're dead.
To be fair, though, I haven't even played every game in my Steam library, so...
Me neither.
You haven't played every game in my Steam library? Good.
I was trying to. I was getting to it. Yeah, I definitely buy like a shit ton of games in like during Steam sales, and I'm just like, okay, well now I have all these, and when am I going to play Borderlands 2? I don't know. I should, maybe.
Oh, do you also have the like entire huge collection of Borderlands 2 games?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
there
definitely.
was one where they like
gave
out like 40 games or something.
Oh yeah.
Like I think it was before Borderlands 3 launched. They like there was a huge sale on Borderlands 2, like complete collection. Mm-hmm. I got that. Never played any of them either. My ex did play them through like our shared Steam library.
Ooh.
I think my ex has played more of my Steam games than I have. So at least someone's playing them. It's not me, but yeah.
There was something you wanted to say, Trey?
I'm pretty sure I got one of the Borderlands for free, but yeah, I never played it. I just got it free.
I got one. I bought. Okay, this is how old I am. So at Costco, I remember years and years ago for the PlayStation 3 buying a controller because I needed a new controller, and the pack-in was Borderlands 1. That's so weird to say? Like there was a pack-in for a control. Like I wanted the controller. I didn't give a shit about Borderlands, and it was just like, okay, here's this shit game.
Oh, did you get Borderlands with the controller?
Yeah, with the like, it was literally. Oh. It was just like, it wasn't a new game at the time. It was just like the pack-in. Best of the PlayStation library kind of deal. And I was like, okay, which game do I want? Do I want this game that I can't remember right now, or Borderlands 1? I'm like, sure, I'll take Borderlands 1. I never played it. I actually never opened it. Because I didn't think it was.
Oh, you didn't even open it?
Yeah, that it sounds so weird to me now. Because like, when do you get like a packaged game for a console, like a disc, and never open it? Like, that's so weird to me. And
yeah, the little kid me is quaking just hearing that.
Quake. I hate when I make little Trey quake.
Make little Trey quake. You won't like it when he quakes.
Little Trey is gonna come over and tell you you're bad at Sunshine or something.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
Little Trey's an asshole.
He just comes over to my front door and he's like his hands pointing at me, shaking, and he's just like, "You didn't open Borderlands. You."
I wouldn't give a shit about Borderlands. Yeah, but we're really shitting on Borderlands. I don't know why we're doing that.
I know Huffle Your Puff is a huge, or I guess maybe I'm speaking out of turn. I think he's a big Borderlands fan.
I played Borderlands at a friend's house many years ago. I think it was pretty fun when I played, but I didn't really get into it too much. So.
See, none of us have played Borderlands, so now we're all on equal footing for this conversation.
I played the
Finally
most.
a game we can talk about.
Yeah, Borderlands. Remember the Borderlands segment of the Rudhira podcast? Yeah, they knew dick all. They actually never played the game. That's crazy that they even talked about it for multiple minutes.
So I'm gonna
cool art style.
I'm gonna go out on a hunch here and say that your earliest gaming memory was the good old days playing Borderlands, right? You seem like a Borderlands person to me.
Yeah, actually, you're completely wrong.
No.
Oh. So what was your first gaming
Foiled
memory?
again.
Well, honestly, I don't know if it counts as a gaming memory. My first gaming memory was probably playing these educational games. Swedish people, Mulle Meck. You played that? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Findus?
For sure.
Yeah,
That's the Swedish version of the Didja.
The Didja.
No.
No.
Oh, you know this one?
I listened to the tomato episode.
Okay, yeah, I figured you heard that. It's like, it's not gonna work, so only I can pull that one off.
Nice try, though.
I wasn't trying to bait
A+
anybody.
for effort. Wood out of wood.
Out of curiosity, was one of your educational games the Clue Finders?
What?
I'm trying to find one person who played the Clue Finders growing up. I have yet to find it.
Maybe don't ask someone who grew up in an entirely different
I mean,
part of the world.
it could have been the Swedish Clue Finders. I don't fucking know.
Oh yeah, the Swedish Clue
The
Finders.
Swedish
I
Clue
love
Finders, my favorite.
Oh, there's a little text at the top that says the Swedish, and then it says Clue Finders really
The
thick.
Swedish Clue Finder. Thank you.
Love it.
Yeah, but then playing actual games. The GameCube was my first console. I know I got that with Double Dash.
Yes.
Double Dash gaming. Yeah, let's talk about Double Dash, Trey.
We all love Double Dash here.
I love Double Dash as well.
Oh, you too? Oh.
Hey,
We need to exclude Sid in some way.
May I remind you, Sid is an expert Mushroom Bridge player.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I actually am. I got a time. Trey has a better time than me, for sure. But
Well, actually, I'm sad to say, so for a long time now, because I'm a former Double Dash speedrunner, I was actually in the top 100 of time trialers for a good while there, but...
Oh, you're out?
I've been informed by a certain Max of the Double Dash community, I'm officially kicked out of the top 100.
Cringe?
Oh.
Cringe.
Cringe.
No, it's very sad because top 100 in Double Dash, for those who don't know, it's a very sacred position because on the players page, you appear on the front page without having to check mark the shameful show times outside of top 100.
Yeah.
But now you got to check mark that thing to see me. It's a very sad day.
So what have you fallen to?
Actually, let me check. I haven't checked since I have no idea.
102.
I'm going to check the rankings at the moment. Going to check mark the thing.
As for...
the check mark of shame.
I'm 101 right now. GG.
No! Okay, that's
Dude,
so funny.
I'm literally one place outside of top 100.
That's so cringe. If you were 110, it'd be fine. But it's 10. You can put in the effort now. You want to put in
this
the effort?
is literally close but no cigar, or whatever you Americans say.
That's exactly
close but
what
no
us
cigar.
Americans
We
say.
do say that.
Yeah.
But it's sad because this means I have put in the most effort possible to not be in the top 100.
That is funny.
Isn't that sad?
That is a great way to put it.
Yeah.
I put in so much effort and I'm not there. That's crazy.
Double
but
Dash.
as for excluding Sid, I know that we'll eventually get to Paper Mario.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And that will exclude the hell out of me.
Hell yeah.
So I'm not really worried about you guys having a bonding moment. We don't have to force it. But so yeah, Double Dash. So is Double Dash your first console memory, I guess?
It has to be, yeah. Since I got my GameCube with Double Dash. I know I borrowed a Game Boy from my cousin at some point and played some Lion King game.
Okay.
Just like trying to unlock all the memories right now. But yeah, like GameCube is like my first console. I still have like when I play Sunshine now, I play on the controller that I got with like the first GameCube that I bought. I just have my really like old controllers.
Oh wow! I think I have one of my original controllers, but it's collecting dust somewhere.
I have all of mine in a bag, and they're disgusting. They're just gross.
I mean, my controllers are kind of disgusting as well, but
I've only treated one controller well, and it's the one that I use. I like take it apart and clean it. I'm a nerd about it. I don't hire a nerd. I am the nerd.
You are the nerd.
I channel the nerd inside of me.
Did you have any third-party controllers, Rude?
I did have one.
Was it Mad Catz?
I don't know.
I had a Mad Catz controller. It was a piece of crap, but I had it. So
I think I still have mine. I could like try it out, but I'd have to find it.
I had the third-party controllers for N64, and the third-party controllers that I had for N64 had the two side arms were like movable. You could move them, not even a lot. Like they were a little bit flexible, and you could just like move them a little bit outward and a little bit inward. And you know what happened to them? The arms broke off because they're fucking
no way
because they're stupid and they shouldn't do whatever the fuck they intended for them to do. So I just have this Mad Catz controller that has one arm broken off of it. that I think my cousin like nibbled on the wire of at the bait at the start of it. Yeah, she would nibble on the controller wires and we were just like, you should really not do that. That's probably bad for you. And she was like, I don't know, 3. It was just
I was gonna say, I was like, what age was she when she was doing this?
She was 27. It was.
She's channeling her inner rats to nibble on wires, and I was like, huh, okay, interesting.
But yeah, that was my Mad Catz controller. So. I'm just wondering. So you said your first gaming memory was probably the educational game. Do you have like a visual in your head of it, or?
I vividly remember this one game. So the Petson and Findus game I played was about like gardening, and he has like he lives on this little like farm-esque place. He has chickens. And a crop field and stuff. And
Perfect.
You would walk after a chicken with a wheelbarrow collecting its poop to use as fertilizer.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
It sounds like the Digi.
So when does the education come in?
You're learning about nature.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not like a math game. It's like
I don't know.
Two poops plus 2 poop equals.
I was just picturing something like that.
Equals a carrot. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they weren't actually educational. I just felt like can you even? Is it legal to like market games to children without having? I guess the Double Dash is 3 and up. I guess it is, huh?
Is it 3 and up?
Isn't E for Everyone 6 and up technically?
No, I'm gonna look at my Double Dash game right now and see what it says. It says 3+. Peggy.info. Maybe we have different. Yeah. Maybe we have different ratings actually.
Yeah. So in America we have the ESRB rating system, and then you have Peggy 12 or whatever the fuck that guy with the epic voice.
Whatever the fuck.
Peggy
who is
18.
Peggy and why is she 12?
Yeah. Who is this Peggy anyway?
Yeah, I know the gaming rating system all over the world is different. Like Australia has these insane restrictions on games, or they used to anyway.
I've learned recently, Australia, they sort of crack down on stuff more than I realized. It's kind of weird.
Oh, they totally do. Like, not that adults-only games are allowed and are very well liked in like Western countries or anything like that, but they're like outright banned in Australia. And I know Mortal Kombat, they had to like change stuff about it.
Well, yeah, that was a huge controversy back in the day.
Too surprising though. Like, no. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat was like all over the news. Like, oh my god, there's blood in it. Don't show your kids.
Well, no, but like the more recent one.
Oh,
not like the SNES one. I mean, like Mortal Kombat.
Okay, yeah, that is crazy then. Yeah,
yeah, like the reboot in 2013 or 2012 or whatever. I remember, you know like what? Australia.
I'm tired of all these games that are just called the thing, like a reboot name. It's like, do you mean the original game or the new one?
Mortal Kombat. Well, it was Mortal Kombat 8. or whatever.
There we go. See, Mortal
9.
Kombat 8.
Yeah, and then 10 was a falling off or whatever. I don't know anything about Mortal Kombat.
I personally find it crazy how strict Australia is when they're so concerned with like not dying to giant bugs all the time. And whatever crazy animals they have there.
All right, you guys, you know your respite at home from the safety of your home from kangaroos and giant spiders? All right, you're not allowed to play these video games. It's like, ooh.
That just sounds like a messed up system to me. I mean,
that is, it's like China.
If you can survive the
really?
crazy animals, then you should be rewarded for your efforts.
I just like saying things are like other things without any context. It's like China. And then let it sit. Let it sit for a while. Everybody, some podcast listeners at home are just like nodding along. Some people are
This
confused.
is a podcast where we make you think. All right, we're not going to explain why it's like China. We're just going to say that.
We're actually just trying to see if people are actually listening. Like, if they actually are, they're gonna write something and be like, Sid, how is that like China? And if nobody writes that, then guess they weren't listening.
You just got to think about it.
Can that be the podcast title? Sid, how is that like China?
It's a potential title there.
So we started with the first gaming memory. So we're at the start. We went how you got into Sunshine in like the middle of your life, you know, the prime of your life.
I do hope my 20s are not the middle of my life.
You know what? I hope so too. And but for some, who knows? But
for some, it's the end. But
just like
China. No.
I wasn't gonna say it. Okay.
That was pretty funny.
Gaming memories. I'll die when I'm 40.
We started. All right. We educational. We got the GameCube. We're playing Mario Kart Double Dash like an expert on Mushroom Bridge. And then how do we get to, and I know that there's some people listening to this being like, oh, Rudhira's on the podcast, the Sims 2 content creator. How do you get to Sims 2 content creation?
Turns out it's very simple.
Perfect.
Like, I've had Nintendo consoles like my entire life. I got the GameCube, I had the DS, the Wii, the 3DS, and now the Switch. I've always preferred the handheld consoles, by the way, because I've always played Animal Crossing, and I think Animal Crossing just is like really good on a handheld console because of the like you should play daily thing, and it's easy to play daily if you take it with you, whatever. But I wasn't only playing Nintendo console games, I was also playing The Sims 2 on my PC. I got that back in like 2006 or something, I think. Would play it on the family computer.
Computer.
Yeah.
That's how you say computer in Danish.
Oh, you're learning Danish now. Ooh. Okay.
I know tooth. I know computer and what is it? For helvete. For helvete.
For helvete.
For helvete.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have Stelzy confirm if that's right or not.
All right.
Yeah,
sure.
Stelzy, come back to Sunshine.
Yeah.
Just to listen to this.
And then you can leave again. We're okay. We're chilling.
But
Actually,
yeah, I think it's just. Yeah.
I had a quick question. Have you ever played like one of the SimCity games?
I haven't. I've been wanting to. But no, like the closest I've played has to be like City Skylines, and I've played that by like having it turned on for 10 minutes and then turning it back off.
Well, hey, that counts as a game being played. Let's check it off the list.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah. So that's another game done.
Yeah, you played that.
I did the same thing with Forza. I got like an Xbox One, booted it up, downloaded Forza, opened the tutorial mode, went, yeah, nah. And then I just kind of turned it off and went had dinner.
And now Sid can say he's played Forza.
Hey, I played Forza. Hey, I'm one step closer to playing every game.
Boom.
And Forza for the Xbox One, off the list. Great.
Yeah, so I actually
GG's.
played SimCity 3000 Unlimited. It was the full name. It's a huge name for some reason. It was a PC game, and I don't know, it was pretty fun. I think I sucked too much to get a city sort of going without cheating to get some money a little bit. But once I cheated in a wee bit of money, I could get my stuff going, and it was pretty fun. You could zone
building
areas.
a city from scratch is no easy task.
It's hard.
You shouldn't be too hard on yourself for just like not managing to pull a city out of thin air.
Hey, the Romans had a tough time, I hear. It took more than a day.
Just like China.
Yeah, it took more than a day for Rome, so like obviously it should take more than a day for you, right?
Exactly. It was no easy
There's
task.
actually a lot of Sims 2 people just use, I don't know which one it is, but there's a Sim City game where you can like make road templates and extract them and put them in the Sims 2 if you want to make custom neighborhoods. That's like all I know about Sim City.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, like growing up, like all the girls I were friends with had either The Sims 2 or the original The Sims. Like it was just a thing. Like everyone played The Sims. That's just what we did. We'd like go over to each other's houses and like play The Sims together.
Cool.
And then most people, I guess, kinda grew out of it. I found this community online that I joined and like got some friends from there. Mm-hmm. And then kind of just stuck with it. I tried The Sims 3 for a while, it was fine, didn't love it. Tried The Sims 4, actively disliked it.
What is it about the sequels to Sims 2 that like deter you so much? Or deter anybody so much?
For The Sims 3 at the start, it was just that like my computer was too bad to run it, so I could never like really get into it. But I think that both 2 and 3 are like fine on their own. Like liking those games or having those games as your favorites that's just fine. Mm-hmm. Sims 4 is just bad. Like actively like just games that they put out for money and
so it's full like microtransactions and stuff?
I think so. Or basically, like, in The Sims 2, if you got Sims 2 pets, you'd get, like, cats and dogs, hamsters, caged birds, like, stuff like that.
You know, like multiple pets.
Yeah, and then for Sims 3, they kind of went all out, and you had, like, cats, dogs, horses, and you had so many. You could have, like, snakes and lizards, hamsters, rats. Like, you just had so many pets to choose from. And then for The Sims 4... They released Sims 4 Cats and Dogs, or Dogs and Cats. No, I think it's Cats and Dogs, which had cats and dogs. And then there's another pack called Sims 4 My First Pet Stuff, which has like a few small creatures.
Oh, I see where this is
and
going.
Requires the Sims 4 pets. So it's like you have to get 2 packs, and you still get fewer animals than you had in 3. Mm-hmm. And it's like... Great, but where's the... Like, did you put any thought into this? Yeah, the thought being money.
Think of how many more polygons those cats and dogs need than back in the day. Per polygon, you're getting quite a deal there.
Hey, look how HD this cat is. Look how high def this cat is.
You see, my initial guess was saying that like Sims 2 is essentially the Melee of Sims. And then in future games, they sort of patched out the more technical parts of it. They patched out some of the tech skill in 4, so it wasn't as good.
No.
Is there tech skill in Sims?
Of course.
There's mechanical skill that the Sims can learn.
Oh, yeah, I guess. They can sit and read. And...
You got some like meta tech skill. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah. I know when I was a kid, I played Sims a lot. I actually did, and like made my own household and stuff. I like starting a new neighbor. I never like explored the neighborhoods or anything like that. I never played as the pre-mades or whatever, but I would just like play as...
Are you gonna explain what pre-mates are?
You know what? I'll leave it.
I'm gonna say straight up, I have never played a Sims game, so I'm in the dark here a little bit.
We're excluding Trey. What happened to Super Paper Mario?
Hey, okay, all right. Super Paper Mario. We're panicking.
Oh wait, I haven't played that one actually.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna exclude the both of you.
Oh no. I've only played TTYD, so.
Oh yeah, I've only played SPM.
Well, rip that.
Hey, but they're both paper.
Yeah, let's talk about the paper part. It said you can go to your printer and get a sheet of paper or something.
I'll just look at my Swedish notes.
There you go.
So paper.
That is paper.
I got into creating stuff for The Sims 2. I didn't that was 4.5 years ago, like summer of 2017. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier, actually. I guess I had kind of made some things for the game, but they were all like really bad and like made in Paint and yeah, you know.
Yeah.
just
Hey,
bad.
Paint is a perfectly fine piece of software.
It is a perfectly fine piece of software, but I didn't know how to use it well.
Mhm.
Oh, that changes things.
That's a me problem, not a Paint problem. But yeah, now I post stuff pretty frequently. I do stuff for The Sims 2.
Cool.
Was there a launching off point? Like you say like, why didn't I stumble into it earlier? Was there like a specific moment where you're just like, oh, I'm going to start this, or you knew about it for years beforehand before starting it, and then we're just like, oh, why don't I do this? Like, why haven't I started?
Do I want to get into what default replacements are?
We can go into like, hey, we talk about Super Mario Sunshine ILs here.
We're no stranger to going in the weeds, if you know what I'm saying. So.
It's in the weeds.
In the weeds.
Just like in China. And
just like in China. It's like I'm there.
It's like I'm there. There's so many weeds. But yeah, you can go as far into the weeds as you like.
I'm here to learn, so just learn me on some Sims, you know?
Yeah, lot.
Yeah, okay. So with every Sims game, there is like you can add custom content to it as much as you want. Until the game crashes, I guess. So not as much as you want. Just a warning: don't add 60 gigabytes of custom content to your game.
Don't crash your game.
But then there's also a thing called default replacements, which instead of adding, they technically add something new to the game, but it appears as like the vanilla game content. So instead of like adding something new entirely, it replaces something that is already in the game. And it's a very useful way of like updating the look of your game or like hiding things you don't want to see. If a sim has a hair and you replace it with something else, they're gonna get the new hair without you having to actually give them a makeover and stuff. And I found a database of files like that. And I started downloading like all these things, and then after a while I was like, hey, wait, I like the hair someone chose for this, but I don't like the textures. Can I open the file and change the textures? And then I realized, oh wow, I can just edit these textures. And then it went from there, and I was like, oh, I guess I don't even like the mesh, the 3D model someone picked, so I'm gonna make my own from scratch. And then I did that, and then I've just been doing that for a while, and now I'm also making my own models and stuff for like the game. Because sometimes I'm like, okay, I like this dress, but I want different shoes on it, and then I'll like edit the shoes or whatever.
So you're replacing certain assets in the game by just updating the actual file for it?
Yeah. You like extract the game files and then you replace the information in them, basically.
Okay, so it's not a thing in game, it's sort of an exterior, like a mod, essentially, modding it.
Yeah. And you put it like you have a folder with all like your downloads. The folder is literally called downloads, and you put them in there.
There was actually a thing for SimCity 3000. It was a separate game within a game, I guess, where you could actually... They allowed you to update how certain specific buildings in the game look. So I think it's a similar idea to that, except it was like actually in the game itself you could do.
Yeah.
So
how large is the community for that type of content?
I don't know exactly. I think it's very hard to say how large the community is in general, because like I think some of the biggest Sims 2 blogs on Tumblr, for example, might have like 5,000 followers.
Oh.
This is just me pulling a number out of my ass, and it's based on me.
That's a lot for Tumblr.
It's a lot for Sims 2.
Yeah.
But that's just counting people who like actually follow people, and like I know there are people who just go on Tumblr to like find downloads posted by other people and download them and don't like have an account, don't follow anyone. But I'd say it's like 5,000, max 10,000 like Sims 2 people on Tumblr.
That's a fair sized community.
And specifically for default replacements, I probably know most people or know of most people because I'm now a mod for the database site that I found, and I'm one of the people who add new entries to it. So whenever someone makes something, I see it.
You just become a moderator of every community you become involved in. It's just I'm going to start commentating I've been in Sunshine for 8 years. I'm not a mod. Trey used to be a mod. You're a moderator in the Sunshine community. One of the managers of the bingo. And in Sims 2, you're just okay, I'm going to make some I'm looking at this database. I'm looking at all these default. Yeah, maybe I'll make. Oh, I'm a mod now. You what is it? You transform from teen to adult, and you just do the adult to elder. I'm trying to make Sims 2 inside references, but it's tough.
Yeah, I don't get them. So
you're the only one that should. But yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So when you're making a default thing, this is a texture, not like a model update.
It can be both texture and model.
So you work with 3D modeling stuff?
Yeah.
That's cool. Like Blender or something?
I have Blender. I don't know how to use it. I mostly use a program called Milkshape because it has a lot of plugins made for The Sims 2 that are very practical tools. I think if I wanted to get better at 3D modeling, I'd have to get to know Blender, but I'm not there yet.
I hear Blender is really good. I just never got in. I used Blender for one thing only, and it was literally there was files for double dash tracks, like the geometry.
Yeah.
And actually, I would load in the geometry. Shoutouts to Tarsa129 for sending me those. And that was what I used in my double dash, new shortcuts video I made.
Oh.
I would just record Blender and show, here's the geometry. Here's where the shortcut is, blah, blah, blah. So
yeah, that's cool.
So you used the camera itself, instead of having to drive the track, you were just oh, this is the perspective.
Yeah. I would just move around the track a little bit. I don't know how to do any actual modeling. I know how to just look at a pre-made model. But yeah,
it's good enough.
I think it'd be cool to learn that someday. I just got to find a reason to. So
yeah, I found a place that had extracted Sunshine models, and I got one of the Pianta skirts and put that on a Sims 2 person.
And it looked amazing. It looked so good.
Nice.
I do have a project in mind, actually. I want to get the goobles, the goomies, the stews, you know?
The goobas.
The swoop and stews.
Yeah, those.
I'm on Team Google. I hate swoop and stew.
Oh, same.
I just say, I think I use a new name every time I refer to them. But yeah, I want to make a lamp from those. Just have a gooble and put it on a side table or something, and then you can make it light up. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Or it wouldn't, I don't know. But that's an idea I've had in the back of my mind for ever since I did the Pianta skirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this definitely requires creativity, I guess.
And
yeah.
I think I'm really gonna fill the so many people are just asking for Sunshine models to be converted to The Sims 2, and I think I could be the one to do it. No?
No, maybe. Who knows? I don't know.
Maybe this is your calling in life, to be the Sunshine model to Sims converter person.
Yeah.
Extraordinaire.
Yeah, you've streamed your work on some custom stuff. It's been very interesting to just watch you work on it. I have no idea what most things are, what's happening most of the time. Unless you have a 3D model open and specifically clicking each what is it, bone segment?
No.
Sorry. But
each bone segment.
Each bone. But yeah. But what is it? So I want to get back to we talked about why it isn't Sims 3 or Sims 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
But why is it Sims 2? What about Sims 2 is I don't know if Trey and I could really explain what about Sunshine is like Lou Marty would say it's a movement simulator and that's why we have a lot of fun with it. What is it about Sims 2 that draws you in? Why not Sims 1? I guess, but Like Sims 2 itself, like what
Because
is
you
it about
see,
Sims 2 that's
every
so great?
series is just like Smash. The first one's too archaic, the second one's perfect, the third one ruins it, and then so on. So,
Galaxy sucks.
yep.
No. Yeah, the first one is kind of just not as detailed. Like you can't, like you can have like two adults get a child, but then the child never, like you never go anywhere with that. Children don't grow up into adults, for example.
Yeah.
In The Sims 2, they implemented that system, so the Sims have an entire lifespan. They start at babies, they end at elders, or I guess they end at death, but yeah, you start as a baby.
They end at death.
In Sims 1, the babies don't die.
Babies don't die in any of the Sims games.
Oh, but they grow up eventually, right?
Yeah, they grow up, but
you know
growing
where,
up doesn't kill you.
You know where adults come from, right? I'm just letting you know.
No.
Adults come from babies.
I didn't mean they die as babies.
Yeah, no, I think just like the fact that it was the first game I really like actively played for the PC, it's just been with me pretty much my entire like life I can remember.
Yeah.
And I think the fact also that I never got into 3, like I think maybe if I had a better computer at the time it was released, I would have been like a huge Sims 3 fan now. I do still like. I think last time I played it was like 3.5 years ago, and I enjoy it. But another thing about Sims 3 is that I don't think playing families is as fun in that game. I mostly prefer to just play like 1 or 2 Sims and then have them do everything. Lifespan set to epic, so they live for 900 days.
Epic lifespan.
900 days.
No, that's actually what it's called. Epic lifespan.
I like
Epic lifespan.
Sid and I both went to epic.
Wow. Epic Dorito flavor. Extreme.
900
Extreme
days.
Extreme lifespan.
Almost 3 years, if you think about it.
No, over 900.
Over 900. Yeah, Sims 2 I think is just like... Yeah, it had many things I liked. It didn't have many things I disliked.
Cool.
Yeah.
And everything you dislike, you could edit out, potentially.
Yeah, many things, yes.
Yeah.
You're playing God.
I am playing God.
The Overseer or whatever.
The Watcher.
The Watcher.
Yeah.
What if in Sunshine we could just edit out the stuff we don't want in the speedrun?
Perfect RNG.
Dude, that'd be so sick.
See ya, Petey.
Pass.
I'd edit so much out of the game.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't like Bianco 4.
You
the
just
game.
remove Bianca 4 and nothing else.
It's just Bianco 4. That's it. So, like everything else, I'm totally fine with. The opening cutscene is still there.
I love 95 shines, actually. My favorite category.
Dude, 95 shines is dope. I can't believe people don't run this category.
See, I gotta edit out Bianco 4 to get to Petey even sooner because I love Petey.
I love Petey.
Just remove everything except Bianca 2 and 5.
There we go.
Or replace all the other boss fights with PD.
Dude, that'd be sick. So I remember we were talking. So a couple weeks ago, we were talking about. I just want to talk about Super Paper Mario. I want you to talk about Super Paper Mario.
Oh,
and
yeah?
maybe you guys can have some overlap with that.
Try to convince me to play this game because I still. I don't know. I hear mixed things about it. I hear it has the best story, but it. Gameplay wise, kind of lacking a little bit, like what they were trying with it.
Why am I tasked with trying to convince you? I don't know, play it if you want.
Very convincing, Trey. It's already ordered.
Well, I'm convinced. I'm sold.
No, for me, I was watching my sister play it, and then I was like, I'll play it. The story is really good. I think I always cry during that. To be fair, though, I also cried watching Shrek, so I don't know how much that says about the game.
I love things that make me cry. If something can evoke that emotional response from me, then that's pretty solid. So.
See, whenever things make me cry, I always screw it up because I get like excited about the fact that I'm crying, and then it just like tamps it. It like tamps it down. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm crying, and then it just like or getting emotional. And it's like, oh, my tears are well, and then it's just like, and then it just kind of the fact that I think about that so much just kind of melts it away.
I've had that same experience recently, but actually that's why I'm afraid to watch Forrest Gump again. Because when I watched, I don't know why, I cried like 4 times during Forrest Gump. And I'm afraid.
Like 4 separate times?
Yeah, 4 separate times.
Oh, Forrest Gump.
There we go. The name says it all. 4
times crying Gump.
Yeah.
Gump.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm afraid to watch it again because I'm going to have
I think Gump is really funny because it's Southern Swedish. It's a Southern Swedish word for butt, by the way.
There we go. Butt Gump. See, I'm afraid to watch Butt Gump again because I'm afraid that I will.
The Gump is the butt part, not the forest.
Oh, all right. Forrest Butt.
Yeah.
All right, I'm afraid to watch Forrest Butt again because I have the expectation of crying now, and if it doesn't happen, I won't remember it as fondly. So there we go.
Okay.
Get that thought out.
That's my Forrest Butt thought. There we go. Right.
And because you feel that way, you should play Super Paper Mario instead.
I should, probably.
There we go. That's the convincing.
I feel like it's so rare for a game to make someone cry. Is that like an outlandish thought?
I cried to a Conker's Bad Fur Day Let's Play. But...
Yeah, that's weird. I feel like that's a you problem.
It wasn't a problem. It was an epic moment. Epic crying.
But like, I remember mentioning it during the Ocarina of Time race, and you mentioned Super Paper Mario as like your tearjerker. And like, I have Ocarina of Time, and Modest Tomato had Yoshi's Woolly World. And like, that's another game you should add to your list of games of just like to play every game.
Yoshi's Woolly World, that is a game, yeah.
Start the game, do 2 inputs, and then just turn it off. Yeah,
Dark
I
Souls,
can do that.
Dark Souls, Yoshi Woolly World, Sims 4.
Yoshi's Island.
I have played Sims 4.
Oh, you have played Sims 4. That makes sense. That makes too much sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no idea where to go. Guys,
there is actually a funny story about Super Paper Mario, because I was talking to RSW about Super Paper Mario, like having played it, and he was like, oh yeah, did you have this glitch when you went to this place? And I was like, no. And he was like, oh yeah, it's a thing with like one of the PAL versions that was released with the game, whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I've never played the PAL version of Super Paper Mario because I actually played it in Canada. So I played the North American version, so I never got the like EU only or the PAL only glitch that could make your game crash or whatever it was.
So there's no chance that you guys are bonding over just Paper Mario in general? No?
Me and Trey?
Yeah, you two.
Well, see, each game is kind of a standalone thing. So.
Goombella?
What's the ghost lady with can I say this on the podcast? Can I say huge tits?
Yes.
Isn't she in T2ID?
I think she's. Oh yeah, Flurry. Yeah. I was thinking of.
I was just thinking of huge tits, and I was just running through the character roster.
When you said ghost, I was thinking of a Boo, and I was thinking you have a Boo partner in the original Paper Mario, but I was like, she doesn't have huge tits, does she? But no, Flurry definitely does. So.
That's so funny that I thought I know the character model just based off the description, and Trey took longer to think of it.
The thing is, I don't think of Flurry as a ghost.
Oh.
I think of her as a strong, independent woman.
She's a full-bodied woman.
Yeah, I don't know. I just never think of her. When I hear ghost in Mario, I think Boo-like creature.
King Boo, King Bob.
King Boo, King Kong Bo.
Well, that's because your world is like wrapped around this King Boo IL grind.
King Boo has poisoned my mind, yo.
That does make sense.
Yeah. It's like, whenever I think ghost, like in The Sims 2, there's a fear or a need sometimes. Just like, I want to see a ghost, or I fear seeing a ghost. And all you see, instead of just like dead Sims wandering the yard, it's just a Boo. It's just a Boo outside.
Hey, Boos are scary. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Are you Luigi?
Yes, I might be. My earliest gaming memory was playing Mario All-Stars, and I remember The first castle I got to in Mario Bros. 3, the boos, legit kind of scary, right?
Yeah.
So they just follow you when you're not looking at them. It's scary. That's all I got. So.
Are you Luigi? That's why you didn't like Luigi's Mansion 3 that much. Because it scared you. It
If I was Luigi, I would love that game.
No, it's
you get a mansion.
Because I'm the hero of the story.
You get a hotel.
Oh, you know what? A funny thing, actually. Speaking of being Swedish again, for some reason I used to think that mansion meant nightmare.
Oh.
Because it's kinda, or like, yeah. I didn't know much English when I got into gaming. There's actually this really funny Double Dash story as well. Speaking of this, is when you're playing the game and you go to like exit game or exit whatever, and a thing comes up that says, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the Swedish word for like being upset or like in a negative mood or whatever is sur, like SUR. And I thought the game was asking me, like, I want to exit, mad? And then it's asking, like, are you mad?
That's
I'm like, no, I just don't want to play the game.
Are you mad, bro?
Are you mad?
You really gonna quit? You gonna rage quit, bro?
Bro, you mad? Bro, you crying? Bro, you crying?
That is a really funny story. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Are you mad?
No, one of the many perks of being not monolingual, I guess.
Yeah. You can make your own comedy in whatever words come up in games.
I hear that being monolingual is based, and I will.
I'm so based. I'm so based.
So one of the games. So one of the games you put a lot of hours into. We talked about Sims 2 a little bit. We talked about Super Paper Mario. Mm-hmm. So lately we've been playing Stardew Valley.
We have.
Yes, we've started
Stardew Valley Sunday.
We've started these streams. We're 3 weeks in so far.
Yeah.
The next couple weeks are going to be a hassle to schedule, but we'll figure it out.
We'll be fine.
Actually, you know what? Major callback. The reason you're into Stardew Valley is because of your first educational gaming memory.
Oh yeah, I know how to get all these poop from the chickens.
It just, that just carried on into now. So here we are.
You walked out of your cabin at the start of Stardew Valley, and you're just like, chickens, poop collecting, yes!
Wait, I know what this is. I've learned what this was.
You just have nostalgia. You just have all this nostalgia pour back into your veins. But yeah, so we've been starting that. And I want to hear your perspective on, like, after like the first session or the second session, I remember you saying to me, "Oh, now I'm excited for them." Were you not excited initially? Were you?
Oh, like at the start, I didn't really have any expectations, but now it's like, oh yeah, this was fun last week, so I'm looking forward to doing it next week. Yeah. It's more like that.
Yeah.
But before the first stream, I couldn't be like, oh yeah, this was so much fun last time Sid and I played Stardew Valley, like, because we hadn't.
See, there's that thing where if you're the person who's played a game because I hear you've played like 500 hours of that game, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
If you're that person and you're introducing a brand new person to your sanctuary, then there's that, like, there's that fear of, what if this person doesn't like this game that much and like it doesn't really catch on? But then after it was catching on, you're like, okay, this is working out. This is good.
I see. You said, what if he doesn't like? What if they don't like the game? I think, what if they suck? What if they suck so bad that this is not a good time?
How do you suck at Stardew Valley?
Hey, I made it work.
You just cannot insult the fisherman. You can't do it properly, and then you suck. That's a KO reference.
Yeah, that is a KO reference.
I was gonna say, I'm lost here.
I see. What's funny? So like, I've played Vanquish God Hard and Dark Souls and whatever, and playing Stardew Valley with Rue. Like, I had 80 minutes in when I started, and she was just like, "Oh yeah, I have 500 hours," and I'm just like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like, I don't know how this is going to change things. It changes things, and like, going into it, I felt like, man, I suck at this. Like, I suck at Stardew Valley. Like, I've beaten Vanquish. Like, I've beaten all these really difficult games. Video games are hard, and then just to be dumped into a game with Rue, and she's just like, "You are really not good at this," and I'm just like sitting there trying to.
She was telling you that?
Yeah.
Not in so many words, but like in almost in so many words. And just like, oh, you got to go to the community center. I'm just like, I have to learn the layout of this town, and I
you have to water crops.
Dude, even the combat, like something that I think I would naturally fall into. It's just like, oh, you're bad at this. You're bad at the combat in Stardew Valley. I'm like, there's combat in this game. You go. All I know about Stardew Valley going in is like, okay, you get a farm, you name it. There's some, like, in my first 80 minutes with KO, I just fished. I didn't know there was a mine. I talked to, like, Marnie a couple times, maybe, and she was just like, screw off, don't like you. And I was like, dope, fine. But, yeah, I didn't know there was combat. Like, what is your impression of me playing Stardew Valley?
I think you're trying your best, and that's admirable.
What we're saying is, if you're not immediately good, you may as well give up, Sid. So
True.
There's no hope for you.
Hey, I got the fishing down. That's all I know.
I heard you got a catfish in like 5 minutes or less.
or is it a catfish? Whatever fish
the
you had to
I
get.
asked you to yeah.
Oh, it was a
catfish you can get on rainy spring days and maybe rainy fall days, but I don't know.
Wait, this game ripped off Animal Crossing. Get him.
How much do you know about Stardew? Like, how much do you know? Because I remember somebody was like giving you advice in my chat once, and then you were just like, I have 500 hours. You had that like that Sunshine speedrunner, like, I play this game so much. Like, I know what a spin jump. Like, I know what strat I'm supposed to do here. Like that kickback. You had that moment of retaliation that I heard.
I have 80 or 38. I've been doing Duolingo German lately, so I said numbers the wrong way. I have 38 out of 40 achievements. The last 2 are just like relating to a game you play in game at the saloon.
Oh.
So I've done like pretty much everything. I've done the 2 separate what do you call them? Not timelines, but they're like 2 separate branches. You either go to the community center or you go to the Joja place and like do stuff there. I've done both of those. I've gotten like all the achievements. I've gotten all the legendary fish, which is kind of difficult.
Mm-hmm.
At some point I have like maxed out I've done all the storylines. I've done all the maxed out relationships with all the villagers and stuff like that.
Wait, so you said the only
not since the update though, like the latest update. I haven't done much with that.
The only achievements you're missing are 2 random saloon minigames? Or what was that?
Yeah.
Why don't you just do them?
Pretty much. Because they're difficult. Video games are hard.
Oh, video games are hard. I hear
Dang.
that.
I know. I've tried it like once or twice, and then I never really
Once or twice? Come on, you gotta give it a third go. Come on.
I guess like as you were going through the achievements and stuff, I was thinking to myself, oh, we could just like go into the question. Everybody's been around. Hey, Trey,
I like how you phrase it. The question.
It's the question.
It sounds like something really bad.
We have 2 questions on the podcast.
2 questions.
Hey, I will let you do this one, Sid. I think you know Reed a lot better than I do.
She starts hyperventilating. She said, 2 questions? Oh my god, we've been talking for an hour and 16. 2 questions. So yeah, okay. So, man,
Marble.
Yes, marble. Okay, so you walk up to a building. I'm just trying to figure out who's at the desk. So you walk in. There's this massive building. All right, it's a bright, sunny Swedish day. And
is Swedish sunny?
It's sunny this day. Today it's sunny. It's weird.
Okay.
It's winter. I've seen the sun like for 3 hours in the past month.
Today seems hopeful. You're walking in going like, oh man, this is destiny. Like the sun is shining down on me. I am bestowed this gift of this day. You walk into this marble building. It's a marble building, apparently.
Are we in Minecraft?
We're in Minecraft.
It's a diamond block building.
It's an obsidian building. It takes so long to replace any part of it.
You can make so many portals here. It's insane.
But yeah, you walk into this building. It's not in Minecraft. I have to take it out of Minecraft. Sorry.
Oh.
Okay.
It's actually just a building. It's lined with marble. There's that purple crystal in the corner that seems expensive, but you're not like, you don't want to, like, it says don't touch, but you kind of want to touch it,
There's of course the cage of pandas, just to flex even more.
We don't. Yeah.
So what's the question?
Okay, so you get to the elevator. You go up to the 28th floor, right? Shugo Otta.
Yeah.
And
why not Shugo Sex?
You know what? Just to be defiant, you go to Shugo Sex first, and then just like sit. It's just so that you've been to every floor. You know, you step out and come back in. Just
play
like playing
every video game. Go to every floor. Yeah.
Go to every floor. Go to Shugo Otta, and you walk into the room there. I have no idea who to put at the table.
Dude, there's literally so many people. Come on.
Okay, and at the desk, it's Samurai Man.
Oh,
I was gonna say Okio.
Okio,
like someone Swedish.
You're walking up to Samu, and he's sitting there going like, "Oh, okay. Well, we're here for this interview. You're trying to get the best gaming job you've just some sort of gaming position. You're clamoring for this job. You want to be in the games industry, whatever game that you can think of, and you hand Samu your gaming resume. What is on your gaming resume?
I think if I actually wanted a job in the gaming industry, I'd probably make some reference to like 3D modeling and whatever. Seems useful.
Yeah.
There we go.
Going the practical route.
But I think if you just want like an overview of like my gaming history, I'd be like, play casual games. I played like, yeah.
You can take it however you want. Proficiency in 3D modeling. Gaming stuff. I remember there were some guests that took it as like the very pragmatic, like, oh, I'm good at just game development. I can't remember who it was specifically, but you can take it however you'd like.
Almost
all the achievements in Stardew Valley. That's what made me think.
Maybe
of it.
that's I do like getting achievements in games. And some, like, especially with Steam games, I do, like, just enjoy getting achievements. So maybe something like that, just, like... I think I have a very completionist mindset when I play games sometimes. I want to, like, get everything. Which is also why, I'm still practicing for 120 in Sunshine, but I think that's why, like, maybe I care about 120 more than any percent.
Okay.
And,
good taste.
I did run like all enemy blues and all NPC blues, and it has all in the name.
Hey.
You get all of something.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, very completionist. When I've played Skyrim a bit before, and I've like made new saves to make sure to go through both the Stormcloak and the Imperial quest lines. With the vampire thing they added with Dawnguard, I think I did one where I like became a vampire and one where I killed the vampire or whatever it is. Or no, that's for the Dark Brotherhood maybe. They just wear red and black, all of them. But yeah, I like just getting to see everything you can in games. I think that's like maybe my playstyle, like completionist. That's my resume. It's just a piece of paper and it says completionist.
Hey, that's good.
Boom. There we go.
Hey, what the completionist bases his whole career on that.
It's going to be kind of hard to be a completionist and play every game ever made.
True.
Yeah, I guess you're right about
something there.
Shoot.
I'm a completionist, and then you just boot up.
No, the completionism is just playing every game.
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
It's like a real life achievement more than a game achievement.
Well, actually, I take it more as, so you play every single game, but like 99.9% of them, you turn it on and turn it off instantly. Mm-hmm. But the 0.1% that you really enjoy, yeah, frame perfect on and off. But the 0.1% you really enjoy, you get all the achievements or try to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, you were mentioning casual gaming, and like Trey and I have been trying to like get back into that. I think since the end of season 1 of the podcast, we've been trying to get more into like playing different games or casually playing. I know Trey's been jumping whole hog into it. With the Dark Souls. Yeah. Well, see, like casual gaming, you can look at it with whatever perspective. And
Oh yeah, when I say casual, I mean like everything I play is casual, but when I say casual specifically, I mean like very sandboxy, very open
Right.
games.
yeah,
Yeah, see, when I say casual, I mean it to be I'm not
Not on
speedrunning it.
stream.
yeah. Not
Like
us-
if I'm playing a game and I'm not speedrunning it, then it's casual.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we probably just have like a different jumping off point here.
Yeah.
yeah. We can talk about the difference in that, like your perspective on what casual is versus our perspective of what casual is. I see. I like open world games to an extent. I just think that, like, what was it? Red Dead Redemption 2. I got Red Dead Redemption 2 and played it for. It's just like one of those open world, do whatever you want games. Go ride this horse to the ends of the earth.
Very,
and then,
very cinematic from what I've seen.
yeah, and like a lot of people have a lot of fun with it. I think I played it for 6 hours. I played a lot of Hold'em poker at the table. I just found a random table. It was just like, oh, it's $2. It's like a $2 bet, and I'm just like, oh, I like Hold'em poker, even though I'm playing against computers. I'll sit here for 3 hours, and then that's half of my gameplay time. And then I like ran into a mission where it was just like, oh, the lumberyard needs lumber, and I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. And I just kind of turned it
So
off.
half of your playthrough was a game you could play for free on PC, just like
Yeah,
anywhere.
exactly. I love Hold'em poker.
Same.
Yeah.
Well, you said that you grew up like one of your parents or grandparents got you into it or something.
Yeah, my dad, when I was very young, but I remember when I was like 11 and he taught me how to play. I never played because I was 10 or 11, but I remember him like teaching me how to play, and like I would watch him all the time play poker, just like over his shoulder, and he would ask me periodically what he should do, and I'd be like this, and he's like, no, that's wrong. And then he'd click a different thing. But yeah,
Harsh reality.
but yeah, my open world, I like open world games to an extent, but like I don't think any game will ever match like Majora's Mask in the open world perspective. I think I'm just like spoiled in that way, in like Zelda Majora's Mask. So when you say casually, I just think like, oh, I'm just gonna boot up a new game and play it. Not like, I don't think immediately Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing or any of those specific games. But I just think of like, oh, I can boot up Batman Arkham Origins. I don't know why I think that game specifically, but I could boot up that game and beat it, and then that's my casual and offline stream. Or offline stream. Offline game.
Stream.
Offline stream.
Yeah, I
You
do
get
a
some
lot. I
friends
do a
over
ton
and
of.
then just offline stream to them.
Yeah.
I do a ton of offline streams. It's pretty fun.
But yeah, that's my perspective on casual gaming. Like, what about the is it just the freedom that draws you to those games, or
I think so.
yeah?
Yeah, like the games I play the most, not like you have The Sims 2, you have Stardew Valley. I play a lot of Animal Crossing. My first Animal Crossing game was for the GameCube, and then I've got it, or like I've had the Animal Crossing game for like every console since then.
Okay, so here's where we can bond and leave Sid out.
There,
is
yeah,
that
okay, yeah.
I played
Finally.
I played a shit ton of the GameCube Animal Crossing as well.
Oh yeah?
And I remember, I don't know if you're the same way as me, but me personally, my Animal Crossing play routine is that I'll be like super obsessed. Just Animal Crossing is all I think about and like all I do for 1 to 2 months. And then I just drop it cold turkey one day. And then 3 years later, come back to it, 1 to 2 months, hardcore play, drop it 3 more years. And I just rinse and repeat that over and over and over again.
Yeah, I can see myself doing that.
Or are
did
you more
play-
of like a consistent like play a little bit for like a year type deal?
I did play the game like daily. The like New Horizons I played daily for like over 6 months. Before I felt like I had done like most things, and now I don't feel the need to go back to it as much. There was an update that came out last month that got me into playing it a bit more, and then I played it and like explored new things, and now I play it like once or twice per week.
See,
I don't think I do the cold turkey thing as much. I'll still like check back in occasionally.
See, because the exact same thing when New Horizons came out, I was obsessed with it for like 2 months. And then I think around the time, maybe like a week or so after Hedges came out, is when I was just like, well, I guess I'm bored of this. I'm never playing it again.
I was just
like the Hedges. You hate Hedges, I guess.
I was trying to think of like what villager is Hedges.
No.
the hedgehog, Sonic.
Oh my god, if Sonic was in it, I'd be playing it for at least a few more weeks. Okay.
Favorite villager, go.
Sydney.
Wolfgang. That's not even true, probably. I just remember in my first town ever in GameCube Animal Crossing, I thought Wolfgang had this attitude to him. He was like one of the jock characters.
They all did.
And I don't know, Wolfgang sticks out to me for some reason.
I had Truffles in my GameCube town, and she was just so mean to me. And there's also this kangaroo. I think she's called Mathilda.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
black and has like red eyes, and she was also terrifying.
Actually, another nostalgia character for me, Joey the duck.
Oh yeah, the one with the diaper.
What?
Is that it? Doesn't he have a diaper?
He might. I don't remember. I don't think he does.
Really?
Maybe whatever outfit he had in your town looked like a diaper.
No, he like not the shirt part of him, but like the part that doesn't change. I think he has a diaper.
He very well might have a diaper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joey's chill. I like him.
Yeah.
Least favorite character or least favorite villager, go.
Ooh.
Wart Jr.
I think his name or maybe her name was Tabby. There was like an ugly as hell. Yeah. There was a cat. I don't know, she was just like super ugly. her face had like all these wrinkles in it, and like I think her name was
They're
Tabby.
Stripes. She's a striped cat.
I don't know. She had like wrinkles.
These deep wrinkles in her face.
All I'm saying is, on the GameCube version, she looked a little off-putting to me. So yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. Good talk.
I'm very judgmental of my villagers.
Good Animal Crossing talk. That was a good hang. I don't.
We excluded Sid. Yes.
Hey, that's totally fine. I can just kind of aim the. I see. I don't know very many village. I'm just like, who's my favorite? I'm like, I know Meringue or Merengue.
Actually, okay. So as to prove your completionist status, how many of the golden tools you get in the original Animal Crossing?
The original Animal Crossing is a very harsh thing to judge me by, because when I played that, I didn't speak English. And so you know how Tom Nook gives you this quest at the beginning where you have to deliver stuff, you have to send letters, whatever.
Yeah, it lasts all like 10 minutes, and then it's like, okay, now you can do whatever you want.
One of the things you have to do is write a message on the bulletin board. And however many years old me, Swedish, did not know what bulletin board was.
Oh.
So I never wrote the message on the bulletin board. Never got past the intro thing.
You never got past the intro thing. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would set an alarm to wake up before school so I could play Animal Crossing. I have no idea what I did. I still had my stupid 4x4 house. I couldn't fit any furniture. How did I have fun with the game? No idea.
There's nothing to do until you finish that quest line. That's crazy.
Yeah. No idea.
You never just check the bulletin board, or
no?
Huh.
Well, I couldn't understand anything that it said. It was all in English.
True.
So there was no Swedish language in.
No.
Has there ever
been? No.
No.
Games here will be you have English, French, German, Spanish, and Italian. Looking back, I could have played in German. I don't think I knew how to change the GameCube language at the time, though. So that's also a problem.
Sense.
I guess because Animal Crossing is a very big game, it took 59 blocks or something ridiculous. It would be a lot to include other languages and stuff in it as well.
59 blocks of memory?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just blocks. I was just oh yeah, the memory
card. You remember the memory card blocks and such.
It took me a second. I was just blocks.
Don't we still use memory cards, guys?
Yeah, but
for one game.
Yeah, for one game. Trey does it for Mario Kart Ghosts, but that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's like what, Garage and
Mario
F-Zero?
Kart Ghost. It's like Call of Duty Ghost. That was funny to me.
See, you talking about the Animal Crossing cycle made me think of the Minecraft cycle. Where
yeah, it's the same way as that, except Minecraft. In Minecraft, I'll play even shorter than Animal Crossing.
Yeah, like literally whenever somebody starts a server, we join it for like 2 weeks. I make a bridge, and Trey makes a house that I end up moving into, and then
I will set up a base of operations, and then it'll be somewhat close to someone else, and then someone always sets up super far away for some fucking reason. Usually Capelon.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh yeah, Capelon and Sid go super far away.
It's like I'm just playing a solo game.
Yeah, essentially playing single player multiplayer.
It's like we should meet up. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go into the Nether and go 800 blocks, and then come back.
We have to travel like far via Nether. Which, by the way, Nether movement is like any block you move in the Nether is like 8 blocks in the overworld.
Yeah.
So moving
just
a long
like
way in the
China.
Nether, it's like China. Yeah. If you want to cross China, you got to use the Nether. So, but yeah, I don't know why we'd play like that. But yeah, we get bored really fast.
See,
so.
it's funny watching these like big streamers or whatever, like literally make towns and have pathways between their buildings. Because I'm just like, oh, maybe we should have done that.
Oh, that's
like,
how you play the game.
That's how you play together.
Yeah.
Well, the beauty of games like that is you can play them however you want.
Yeah.
True. There are no rules except for when you do what I don't want to do, I will call you out.
Have you ever? Do you have a Minecraft part of your psyche, Rue?
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Did you ever have like?
That was an interesting way to word that.
Hey, it was a way to word it, and I thought I might get a response, and I rolled the dice. I got snake eyes, but that's fine. I wanted a 7.
You know what? I don't think we ever got to like the second part of that question. Just to put a spin on it, what do you think is your strongest Minecraft skill?
Oh yeah, Minecraft skill?
Yeah, what's your strongest Minecraft skill?
Specifically Minecraft.
for your resume.
I can make really good like mine shaft systems.
Here we go.
I think Trey kind of worded this wrong.
I worded this perfectly fine.
Well, no.
Yeah. So what's the biggest Minecraft skill part of my psyche?
Yeah, I didn't say part of your psyche. Sorry.
Well, the question is, what's your what is it? What's your best gaming skill? Like gaming skill, not Minecraft skill.
So I said Minecraft skill. I said I'm getting a twist on it.
Oh, you're making a twist on it.
Yeah. What's your biggest Minecraft skill?
Okay. But do you think you have
swinging my pickaxe from side to side?
Yes.
Do you think you have
away.
Do you have a gaming skill that?
Can knowledge be a skill?
Yeah.
There
Okay.
we go.
Yeah, then that. I usually know very much about the games I play,
That's good.
like Easter eggs and collectibles and whatnot.
Yeah, that's a good skill to have.
What's your favorite gaming Easter egg?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Or, like,
That's very
most
hard
creative.
to think of, like, just right off the bat. I think The Sims, or specifically my Sims games, have a lot of fun references to things. Not like my Sims games, as in the Sims games I own. There's a separate series called My Sims. There are a lot of fun references in there. I can't like come up with any like offhand, but many Sims games that like have references to other Sims games, like Freezer Bunnies or Balagot or stuff like that. Llamas. When you say gaming Easter egg, the only thing that pops into mind is the notched pickaxe at some mountain in Skyrim.
The notched.
So you got Minecraft on your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a pickaxe called a notched pickaxe, and it's a notch Minecraft reference.
Yeah.
There's a brick wall in Sims 2 called Brick Rolled, and the description is this wall is never going to give you up or something. That's a good Easter egg.
It's never gonna let you down.
to put a point.
Maybe that's it. Never going to let you down. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're putting a point.
To put a point on like the casual gaming side, like would there be any game that you would recommend? Like Trey and I don't play casual games, or like not until recently Stardew Valley.
I played Animal Crossing. That's about it.
Yeah, but we're focal point, our like focus isn't on those. Like, is there a game that you would recommend to somebody that doesn't really spend that much time with those games? Like Skyrim?
Recently, I'd have to say Stardew Valley because I've played it a lot. If you like,
I actually own Stardew Valley.
Oh yeah.
I bought it a few years ago to play with Quaniza, and we never played it. So there you go.
At least Sid and KO got further.
Yeah, Sid and KO's 80 minutes was more than we did.
We walked to the shore, made fun of Willie, and then turned off the game. See, KO and I's like, except for Back 4 Blood, I feel like that's the most successful like co-op experience that we've had.
Yeah, and that's 4 people. Like always coordinating that can be tough.
Yeah,
so.
but it's been a good time. With KO, KO's like a huge fan of co-op games, and have you ever played Terraria?
I own it.
Yeah.
I might have played it in the sense that I've started the game and turned it off again, but
your ex might have more hours in your Steam copy of
my ex actually has their own Steam copy of it with more hours than I do. So yeah.
I remember KO trying to get us into Stardew Valley, or not Stardew Valley, Terraria, and we played for like 3 hours, and Trey just knew, like, just based off the way I was playing the game.
I could tell you were not having a good time.
I was just like, it's not even that I was dying a lot or anything. I was just so incredibly bored.
See, I was willing to push through until it maybe got interesting.
Yeah.
And we had the option to spawn the Eye of Cthulhu, but we just like never did it, and we're like, yeah, fuck this.
Yeah. And I remember we had like a huge session like that. It's funny to think like how much fun I'm having with Stardew Valley and how much fun I periodically have with Minecraft and stuff. And then when Terraria and KO's like whole pitch was like, oh, it's not it's like Minecraft. He would never say it's like Minecraft, but he would say like it's like a casual game, but it's like harder. And I'm like, in my head I was like, oh yeah, dope, sure, like we can kind of play with that.
Minecraft got hard.
yeah and I was more bored with that game than I've been with like any other game.
You know, the thing is, I think with Minecraft, when you first play Minecraft, something about it, it's just inherently you're already interested in what it has to offer. Like, it's like, oh, what does this world have in it? Oh my god, I can get wood from this tree.
I've seen cubes before. Like, I know what these are.
But then you look at Terraria. I think Terraria just takes much longer to get into because on the surface, it's just, okay, we got some pixel art, I guess. And I can...
Sick.
Okay, I don't know.
We dig down. Awesome.
Yep.
We have to go build a house.
I'm bored now. So.
I'm bored now. But Minecraft just dupes you. See, KO talked about... What was it KO talked about? He was saying like, oh, the world is more full or whatever. I know Trey and I have had many conversations about the fact that...
I believe, and I've even seen like, back when Terraria first came out many years ago, I saw a Let's Play of it, like the beta or something. Mm-hmm. And I know for a fact, it has plenty of bosses. It has some interesting stuff in it. But I think it just takes too long to get to the interesting stuff.
Well,
sometimes.
See, like, I know we've complained a shit ton about just like Minecraft and how empty it is.
Yeah, there's desert temples, and that's it.
Like, I was going to ask before, but Rue, like, how much, like... I asked the Minecraft psyche question.
Yeah, and I had no idea what you meant.
like Minecraft and you, what's your relationship? Do you have like you and your casual proficiency, like with all the Animal Crossings and all those types of games? Minecraft, did that ever like grab you and draw you in?
Yeah, So the thing with Minecraft is that I don't know when like the world in general found out about it, but I know that like when I was however old in like 10 years ago, very early in like Minecraft history, when the grass was still bright green.
Mm-hmm.
I played it. A lot of my friends from school played it. It might be because it's a Swedish game, so like maybe we heard about it like a bit earlier.
Oh yeah, you have a home field advantage.
Yeah. But yeah, like we had a server with like some people from school, and would play there, like sit in Skype calls and play Minecraft and yeah. And back
remember
then
when
you
Skype was good?
Oh,
Those were the days.
The gaming experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we. What could you even do back then? You could build like railroads and stuff.
There wasn't a whole lot. There was just a lot of bright green grass.
Yeah.
And actually, I think that caves were a lot more threatening back then because of the food system.
Oh.
And you could only, because every pork chop just took up its own space. Because healing used to just like refill your hearts instantly. So if you could stack food, it'd be like 2 OP. So you had to go into a cave with like a limited number of pork chops because it took up so much inventory space. And I just remember like caves were actually kind of scary back then. That's all I remember. But
does anybody miss the old food system?
I think the new one makes a lot more sense, to be honest.
Yeah, but
I kind of hated it. Was kind of weird. It was like, boom, instant hearts, and also inventory fuckage a little bit. So.
Hey, at least it's better than Breath of the Wild's food system.
Oh yeah, dude. Honestly, I like the Minecraft current food system. I'll say it. Hot take.
Well, is that a hot take to like the current
No,
one?
it's not at all. That's why it's a joke.
Hot take. I like the old one.
Good joke. Very funny.
I was saying it's a hot take for you because you like the old one, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. I did like the old one. I remember getting it on like Xbox Live, like like it was probably years after the original version of Minecraft, but then it was like, oh, it's on Xbox. I'm like, oh, I'll get it for $20. And
I remember it was like the shitty pocket edition that had like a limited world size and stuff.
400 by 400.
Oh yeah.
God, that's so bad.
That's so small. Like nowadays, that's so insane.
That's nothing.
And like you could go to the Nether and like very limited anything. I remember making I remember making things and being like, oh, I'm just stuck in this quadrant. I have like this small piece of green grass here, and then I have this small piece of tundra right beside it. And I'm just like, and I remember my first world, like I made the train car or the mine cart track through like a building or through a mountain from like my home to the mine, and then back. And I was just like, after a couple weeks of just playing that, I'm just like, is there anywhere to, like, I went to the edge of the world and nothing, and I'm just kind of like, this, I want to keep going. And I think that's what my fascination with Minecraft becomes every time. Like we start up Minecraft and I build a bridge and move in with Trey, and then I just kind of go traveling. Like I just kind of go into the distance and just keep going.
See, I think to stay invested in Minecraft, you kind of have to enjoy building stuff.
That's how I would play the game for the longest time. I wouldn't even play survival mode. I would play creative and just see like what I could build. And then after a while I got into also building stuff in survival mode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you strike me as much more of a creative mode person because of like the Sim stuff you do.
Yeah. Creating is nice.
The only creative mode stuff I've done in Minecraft was there was a time when I was first getting into Double Dash, like me, Phoenix,
Good story.
Yeah, that was the whole story. Like me, Phoenix, Emo, several other Double Dashers. Actually, I joined kind of late. They actually made stuff before I even started doing it. But we made a few tracks in Minecraft. Like we made Baby Park.
You made Double Dash tracks?
Yeah, we actually.
Okay.
The main thing I worked on, we actually created Peach Beach in Minecraft.
That's sick.
And we got it mostly done. We got the actual track part totally done. We never finished because there's like a lot of complicated building structures on the left side of the track.
Mm-hmm.
We never finished that part, but we finished like the actual track part, which is cool. So.
Yeah, that is cool.
Actually, I didn't work on this at all, but they actually made the entirety of Bowser's Castle, which is like the most complicated track in the game. And it actually looked pretty solid. Like I was impressed. So,
is there anything in Minecraft from your creativity portions of your psyche, from your creative mode excursions that like stick out in your mind?
I mostly just like to build like huge castles.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah, like huge castles with like many different rooms, and I experimented with redstone a bit to make like functional showers, but
Nice.
like functional in the sense that like water would flow down, but you would also die if you stayed in them for too long. So maybe that's
like
not
real
a
life.
functional shower.
I mean, if you're drowning in the water too long in real life, it's realistic. So
Yeah. I get realism. Good, that's what I was going for.
there we go.
Yeah, but no, big castles.
Big castles.
That's what I would do.
On one of our Good People servers, I tried making a castle, but like my scope was so big, I never got anywhere with it. So.
Was that the one on top of the mountain?
It was the one. I was building it out like in the water. It was the one where like I had that wood house in the center, and it had like the sheeps on top. And then you built like that.
Oh.
You built that diagonal bridge to it.
I built the diagonal bridge.
Yeah, and then I was making like this huge castle like in the distance, and I made like the ground for it, and that was it. So I didn't make the actual castle at all.
Yeah, I do remember that building.
But yeah.
I guess
good
something like if you play what I call casual games, like the sandboxy games where you can do whatever. I think if you like, sure, there isn't no right or wrong way to play them, but if you want to play them well, I think you have to like know your limits and manage your expectations.
Yeah.
Those are my wise words of the day.
There is that thing where when you're super into it, for some reason your mind tricks you and makes you think, I'm going to be into this the rest of my life. And then you get these big grandiose ideas, and then before you know it, you're bored. Then you're like, well, that didn't go anywhere.
Well, it's like game reviews too, where it's just if the game review goes, oh, it's so bad, then you're just like you have a negative perspective on it. But if it's also so good and you enter it and you're just kind of like, it's also like you went in with too high of an expectation.
Sometimes reading reviews can sort of ruin your perception of games. It's true.
Yeah. But yeah,
I guess one final thing I'm curious about: are you following like all the metaverse stuff going on, Rude? Mark Zuckerberg out here.
Oh no, I'm not.
Because that seems like a thing that's like up your alley. Like you create your own virtual space.
I don't think it is.
It's like Sims IRL almost.
Yeah. No, a thing I like about The Sims is that it's not IRL.
There we go. That makes
I'd
a lot
like
of
to keep
sense.
it that way.
Yeah, it's not you.
I'm just curious because it seems if the future goes that direction, which would be kind of weird and maybe dystopian in a way, you'd have an advantage in a way.
In a way.
So. Right. Yeah, good. All my Sims gaming.
I can already make custom stuff. This is easy.
But yeah, I don't know where else to go.
That's all I got.
We're at an hour 50. Unless Rue, do you have anything else you want to like cover or
any shout outs or anything?
I've done so many shout outs already.
It's been nice having you on.
Yeah, it's been nice being had on.
Nice.
Yeah, no,
Appreciate
this was
it.
fun. Good talk. Good
chill. Maybe one day we'll have you back.
Ooh, when Sims 5 releases, you'll have to. You know how you have some people on for like Pokemon games or whatever. When Sims 5 releases, you have to have me on.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Is that coming out at some point?
The question mark?
Ooh,
maybe.
question mark.
I think it's been talked about. I think it's gonna be a disaster, a dumpster fire, so to speak.
Even if we're on hiatus, if Sims 5 drops, we'll have to come back for a Rue episode, season 3, episode 1, and then go back on hiatus, and then be season 4, episode 1.
Yeah. We start a new season whenever a new Sims game drops.
I'm down.
There we go. But yeah, so that's been. Thanks for coming on. That was Video Games Are Hard, episode 24.
24.
We said it 7,000 times at the start of the podcast. We'll only say it once now. We're on Spotify and Google Podcasts. For all your all your hard video games.
Great outro.
Great outro. I'm trying to like find words. Soliloquy for some reason came out of my mouth. But yeah, if you stuck around this far, you have a good day. Have a good rest of your day. I've been Trey.
You've been Trey. I've been Sid.
I'm Sid. No, I want to be Sid.
Okay, you're Sid. I'm rudhira, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
You guys have a good one. Enjoy your Sims 2 creation, Rudhira.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.